All right. This is Raw Dog Bass Fishing, and I'm gonna do my top 5 favorite bass fishing lures. Um, just for all around bass fishing. This is just to kind of help you out, tell you what I like, maybe give you some ideas for lures you've never thrown before. All right. So before we get into the top 5, I'm gonna do an honorable mention. My honorable mention is gonna be topwater frogs. These are my two favorites. Uh, One of mine is the Lunker Hunt. I like it because it has these realistic legs and they look really good when they kick in the water. And my favorite frog is the Strike King. Um, Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the popping frogs. I just like regular frogs. And I almost always throw a green color. Uh, I found that black or brown don't usually work as well for me, but if y'all live in different parts around the country, it could be different. I fish in Virginia mainly, so I've just found that's what works for me. What I'm gonna do for the rest of this is, for my top 5, I'm gonna show you my two favorite colors or patterns of each bait that I like. All right, so that was the honorable mention. Now my number 5 bait is gonna be Zoom lizards. Now these are my favorite soft plastic. Uh, just because I've caught more fish on these than anything else. I've caught more fish on these than Senkos, curly-tail worms, creature baits. I'm not saying those aren't good lures. Those are great lures. But just for me, where I fish at, I've caught so many on Zoom lizards. And my two favorite colors are June bug and black and blue. All right, number 4. And you're going to see I'm doing my top 5 baits. 4 out of the 5 are all moving baits. I love to throw moving baits. Not too into dragging stuff on the bottom. My number 4 is going to be a paddle tail swim bait. These are my two favorites. I like the white Kitech swing impacts, and I like Gambler easy swimmers. And my favorite colors of my favorite color Kitech is just the white. My favorite color easy swimmer is gold. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just I can't remember the name of the color, but it's just like gold. All right. Now, number 3, one that out of all the baits I'm showing, this one for me probably works the best year round, and it is jerk baits. My favorite jerk bait is the Rapala Shadow Rap, and Mega Bass jerk baits are nice, but I don't really like spending that much money on a lure. $25 for one lure is kind of insane to me. But these Rapala Shadow Raps are my favorite. My two favorite colors is this like clear translucent one. I mainly use that one for clear water. And then my favorite color is the shad one. I use this one more often than I use the clear one, but I still get use out of the clear one. Jerk baits, I usually stick to shallow divers. I don't really throw deep divers that much because most of the places I fish aren't very deep. Now, my number 2 is going to be crankbaits. And my two favorite crankbaits are a lipless crank and a square bill. This one specifically is the Rapala Scatter Wrap. And when I throw square bills, I usually stick to shallow divers. This one dives 4 to 5 feet, I think. And this one is, the color is called Demon. It's like an orange crawl type color. That's my favorite color and brand for square bills. And then for my other crankbait I love so much is this lipless crank. It's a cotton cordell. And I've tried a ton of lipless crankbaits. Like I've tried the Strike King red eye shads, Rattle and Rapalas. To me, this is the best lipless crankbait you can buy just because they're not very expensive. And I've found that when you buy chrome ones like this, especially in the Strike Kings, the paint peels off really easily, and the paint on these lasts forever. So I love throwing the cotton cordells. And this lure actually caught me my personal best. My personal best bass is 7 pounds on the dot, and it was caught on that. And then my number 1 favorite lure of all time year round. I've caught so many fish on this. To me, there's not a better lure on the market. Chatterbaits. My two favorite color chatterbaits are white and black and blue. And sure, I'll throw some green pumpkins in there occasionally and maybe some white chartreuse, mix it up. But my two favorites are the white and the black and blue, mainly because most of the water that I fish is dirty water, so I get most use out of my black and blue ones. And then I'll throw the white one occasionally. I don't throw it as much. I throw this when shad is the main forage. But I usually stick to the black and blue. I've caught my bigger fish on it, and I catch more fish on it that I find. Alright, so that's been my top 5 favorite bass fishing lures. I hope this video helped you out. If you didn't know much, or if you wanted some more ideas for new baits to fish, good luck.